So putting together a live stream or webinar is a lot of work. You put all this effort into what you're going to say, and then when you're done, you just have this 20 to, I want to say 50 minutes, sometimes even longer video where you are just dropping gems. But also there's this other thing where it's like not as many people as you were expecting showed up. So it's like, what do you do with this video when you're done? So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about what I like to call content gold mines. And we're also going to talk about what do you do with these live streams or these webinars after we're done. Now, before I tell you what to do with them, I'm going to tell you a common mistake I see a lot of business owners and organizations make when it comes to this type of content. And that is just throwing the whole video up on YouTube and leaving it there. Now, you don't want to do this because YouTube is technically a search engine. So usually when people are on YouTube, they are searching for a solution to their problem, right? And no doubt your webinar has that. But the beginning and the end of the webinar where you're like letting people into the room, catching up with your friends and your coworkers, doing all that, they don't need to see all of that. So the first step when repurposing these live streams or these webinars would actually be to, watch the video in its entirety and then remove those parts in the beginning and the end where you're catching up with people and it's silent and there's these awkward moments. Just remove all of that. And instead of just posting a whole video on YouTube or wherever you're going to post it at, consider making a recap video instead of the most important things that were said. So some examples might be if your video had like any visual demonstrations or tutorials, those are great segments to edit out. Also, if there were any Q&A sessions inside the video, make sure you tell your speakers to always restate their answers in the form of a question. Also, one of my favorite things to get from these live streams or these webinars is any controversial points or, any myths that may have been debunked during the webinar that, a lot of people don't know or they're unaware of. Those are really good things to, edit out of the webinars because these become talking points on social media. Now, there is a bunch of ways that you can go about editing live streams or webinars, but basically always make sure that every piece of content that you edit out can stand on its own. So if you wanted to take this even a step further, you could take out those parts that I mentioned before and put them on YouTube, but then you can edit, additional 15 to 30-second videos, and then you can post them on social media. Now, if they were recorded on Zoom, you can even spice the videos up. So you can do that by adding music in the background. You can add a video wrapper. You can add some B-roll and some captions. And then by the time you're done with the video, it won't even look like a live stream anymore. Now, I have a whole video editing course that teaches you how to edit videos. So, how to edit talking head videos, where to find B-roll, where to find music, how to add captions. I have a whole video editing course that shows you how to do that. So if you want that, the link is below in the description box. But one of my favorite things to add to videos that are live streamed is to actually create a video wrapper. So video wrappers is basically a custom background that you put in the back so it doesn't look like it's recorded on Zoom or it was recorded on any other, live streaming platform. So let me know in the comments, are you going to be repurposing your live streams and your webinars going forward? And also, this is a whole series where I talk about how to repurpose different types of long form content. So if you're interested in that, don't forget to subscribe and then check out the other videos.